Can you hear us now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Good.
We're just waiting a couple more minutes and some more people to join.
Like 3 more minutes.
Okay. Put on a socks so I don't have to get cold feet.
Right? Maybe I need my tissue. Where's my tissue? I'm gonna check on something, okay?
All right, so So 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. I'm gonna drink some water.
All right, makes sense. I think I'm gonna need one rag.
One. Oh, now here we. You know, whenever I say everybody are here. Good night, everybody. Good night, everyone that's checking in. We're about to go live in like a minute or two. Just waiting for Christina. I know she's always late. Got our beautiful guest on the right there. So just come in, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a family, everybody. Let everybody come and join. Because we're about to go live. I have to drink more water for early. All right. Waiting for Chrissy to come. As always, everybody know Chrissy is always the late one. You know. But Shani and Jamie, good night. Cody, big up. Hello. Marvia. Claudia, big up yourself. Good night. Askis, Overcomer Danny, Medea, Simone, Olivine, Crystal, Janelle, everybody, Life with Casey, Veronica, Kadeen, look up on yourself. Good night. But I want to wait for Chrissy. Because Chrissy is taking forever. You want... Wait, you feel for wait? See, it's almost 8 o'clock people and Chrissy not reach. Almost 8 o'clock.
Take time with Chris, man. Take your time with Chris.
Good night, Mrs. Falling.
Okay, guys.
Good night, Renee.
I have a very good excuse, okay? Because I did it before I came, and then as soon as I sit down, I had to go again. But I'm here, guys. Good night.
Finally, you decided to join us. Good night, guys. Miss Thomas, Angela Thomas, good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you all again for joining us tonight for another live. Tonight, we're going live with the beautiful Nyla Louza on the right. On the right side, isn't it? I think she's on the right.
My right. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but she's on some... Yeah, there's some way.
Definitely.
But people, Nyla is a young, vibrant teacher who strives to excel in everything that she does. She learned at an early age that she could not have allowed the trauma of being orphan to get the best of her. She found the strength, you hear that word? The strength to rise above all odds to experience happiness. And this is our guest tonight. So, all, let's welcome Nyla.
Yeah.
Me like your name, you know, me like her name.
It's true. That's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it means winner. It means champion.
See
See?
it?
Yes,
Good, good.
All right. So,
Champion.
guys, please
definitely.
continue to share it and invite somebody to join tonight so they can listen to, what Nyla's experience is. So you never know, it might bless somebody.
Yeah, it will bless somebody.
So we are going to start.
So first, Nyla, just for everyone that don't know you or don't know about you, let's
Mm-hmm.
start by you telling us about yourself.
How is Nyla?
Them wanna know
That is
who is
always a tough
Nyla.
question for me to answer, but nevertheless, I'm a person. I consider myself to be very jovial, helpful. Um, I don't know. I even don't know how to explain it, but what you see is what you get.
That's a
And
good
they're
way to
definitely
explain
gonna
it.
Yes,
see it tonight. They're definitely gonna see it tonight, for sure, for sure.
yes. So I am here tonight not because I want any sympathy, but I just want to share my story to encourage somebody who might be facing a similar situation or just any form of encouragement. And my disclaimer for tonight, sometimes when I speak, I stutter. So I'm just putting that out tonight, right? Yes.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's
When
alright.
I speak, I have a list. When you hear it, but that's fine. That's okay, Nyla. All
All
right.
right.
So you go. You wanna go
Okay,
first?
so you can go ahead, baby.
But me
So,
go first already. Alright, we always have this problem. We always have this problem. But tell us, Nyla, tell us about the day you became an orphan. Like, tell us like everything leading up to what was the day like. No, I know we're going way back, and you have to like go back, take yourself back to that
that's fine.
situation.
That's fine. And if you see me crying, it's not because of sadness, it's just because of joy to where I
Because
am
God.
now. Yes, no
Amen.
sadness.
Amen.
Yes.
And people don't know that when Nyla start crying, me, I'll cry. Because you know my crying face already, but I will try.
I'm not gonna fan them. I'm not gonna fan them.
All right, go ahead now.
So I can remember it was a Tuesday afternoon, May the 19th, 1998. It was exactly, yes. It was raining. Coming home from school that evening, I heard my brother crying from a distance. So, as a big sister, I think I had some bubble gums that I took for him. And when I came home that afternoon, I saw my mother in the house. Um, I don't want to describe what I saw because it's very graphic, but I saw her and she was there and she said to me, "Go and get help." My brother was probably about 3 at the time. He was there crying, 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 crying. And I ran next door to a lady who was next door. I ran to her and I was saying, "Oh, my mom needs help." And she run me. And yes, her remarks was not cool. It was not cool. And I left, went back to the house, and then I ran further down the road to call a gentleman. He was friend with my parents, and he came. And when he came now, an alarm was made, other person started coming in, stuff like that. And in the process, I can remember one of my neighbors said to me, "Go and get a towel." I went for a towel and they wrap it on her, but how she was at that time. Remember now, he probably just God himself would have come off the cross to save her from dying. Based on what I remember, she was not just not going to live. And I actually watched her on her head and took her last breath.
Oh wow.
Yes.
What was it like for you, like emotionally for yourself? How old were you, by the way?
If I tell my age, you guys might do calculations and to find out how old I am now.
Give us an idea. You were less than
No,
what?
I was 11. No, no, I was 11. I was 11 at that time.
So you're pretty young at that
Yes,
time.
yes, I was. Yes, I was.
So if
And
I
so,
can ask, right? So when you saw your mom there, where was your dad? And if you don't feel comfortable answering like any questions, you don't
no,
have to.
no,
But
no, nowhere to be found.
also, he wasn't at the house.
He wasn't. And
Oh,
for those who don't know what has happened, is like he was the one who domestic dispute, just to
mhm.
put it up. Yes. So, based after he did what he did, he went into hiding at that time. So,
Oh,
no one asked a question earlier on what my state like.
Yeah.
Boy, I think I'm more than shocked now because we never cried nor anything because it was raining. I am my teacher. Outside was muddy, and I dropped my bag and my raincoat in the mud. And in normal circumstances, nobody in their right mind going to do that. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, for real.
Yes. So
All
that
right.
was in I remember the house was open, everybody coming to look, and thank God social media was not so popular, so no
That's
cameras, because
Yeah,
true.
I
that's
don't
true.
think I will able to live with those graphics if I should see them
Yeah,
popping up every now and then, you know. And
that's
so at that time, I just went in, I took my mom's handbag, and then took my brother, nothing else, just the handbag, and I went down to my godmother. And I see that she's in the chat, Mrs. Ina Spalding, that woman, my tower of strength.
wow.
Yes. And
Nice.
even, and even when I went down there, can I recall, I just went straight to sleep. I just went to bed. I just went to sleep at that time.
Oh wow.
You want to say something, Chris?
Nyla boy, I tell you my eye water is very close, okay? So I'm sitting here just processing what you're saying, and to think that you were so young at that time, and then like so just to ask, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because they said that your dad wasn't like anywhere to be found at that point,
Mm-hmm.
but like did he die the same day or?
All right, now getting to that point now. So the following day, that was the 20th of May, yes, the following day, news came to the house that they found him hanging from a tree. So yes, that's how it
Also,
went.
that's what happened.
So that's where I officially became an orphan at that moment. Yes.
Wow.
And did I cry? Nope.
Oh, you didn't cry.
No, I didn't cry.
So what was it like for your little brother? Because I know he was young, and so was he crying or did he understand what was going on at that time?
I don't want to get into too much where he is concerned because I did. It's yes, privacy is privacy. So I don't want to get into too
Yeah.
Yeah,
much.
that
But at
makes
that
sense.
time, but that at time, young, very young, and the parents, you don't have a parents around you, so just
Yeah,
imagine what I did to him.
that's true.
So did you like in that moment you never cried the night after you never cried? Was there ever a point like after where you just like broke down where you just couldn't like hold it in any longer?
I didn't cry. I didn't cry. Even when they came, even when and at that point, no, a decision was made for me not to stay in the community, but to move away from the community. And even when I went where I went, I never cried. The funeral, I did not cry.
Hmm.
The crying did not start as yet. When it was the same year I started high school. So so that was a wicked one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And like now that you mentioned that too, cause that was literally the other question that we had. Like the same year that your parents died, like you entered high school. So what was it
Mm-hmm.
like for you? Like the transition for you, like knowing that that happened. What was?
To first thing first, to move into a new environment where you no longer see your friends and you don't know anybody and anything. Is just that a whole new thing. I can recall one day my grandmother sent me to the supermarket, and because I left to live with my mother's mother at that time. It was an extended family. I know coming from a nuclear to go into extended family, so the transition was everything new for me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I can recall I went to the supermarket because she said, no, you're gonna live here, so you need to know places around. So she sent somebody with me, so I get acquainted with different business places and so forth. I was like, everybody in that community knows say I'm me and I'm my mother dead.
Yeah.
So you can know we go on the wrong person is passing their remarks, and I can recall this
Yeah.
man. He said something to me, and he said that you're going to dead just like your mother. I mean, I tell you, say,
Really?
at the age of 11, I will not repeat what came out of my mouth and tell him. It wasn't nice. And then saying all that, we have to be mindful of
Yeah.
things that we say, and also when we pray, we have to shut down spoken words from over our lives, because if we don't, they'll be fruitful. And then when
Yeah,
things start
that's true.
happening, you wonder, what is this? You
Yeah.
know? So going through that now, it's like at that point I was very lippy. I wasn't crying, but I was very lippy. Anything I say to me, I don't like it. No matter where I am or who you were, I responded.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess because looking back now, I think it was just a way of showing my emotions that were built up on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so started high school now. I was in class, fine. I met before that we had to do a medical. So I went to do the medical. And when I went to do the medical, I knew no one. So everybody knew this friend, that friend, and I was standing all by myself. And then this guy said to me, he said, "Hey girl, come over here, sir. Come beside me." That was my friend Javed. And up to this day, Javed and I are still friends.
That's good.
Yes. And that was the first friend I had when I went to live there. And it so happened that he and I end up in the same class. So at least I had one friend in the class. And then worst I get around, and I remember one child say in class come to me say, "My girl, I choose say mother dead."
Mm.
And at that point I broke down in tears. I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried. And it was brought to the guidance counselor's attention, and she sent for me, and we had a little talk. I know even through that time, I did not get any form of counseling, none whatsoever, to deal with that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So
wow.
school, yeah, but the good thing about it during that time, I was not bullied, and
That's good.
yes, I was not bullied, and then I had a set of boys at school who looked out for my well-being.
That's
If I see 10 boys, I see one skirt. Just know so that one skirt
true.
Is you.
is Nyla.
Ah. I know the thing I like about Nyla, she like I've never met her, but we spoke to her prior to
Yeah,
like
last
coming
week.
on live. And the first time I spoke to her, I actually fell in love with this girl because I could not understand how she like, had such a positive vibe, a
Yeah,
positive
for real.
attitude, even though, like she went through all of that. But that goes to show.
That you cannot allow your situations to really define you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you gotta keep smiling because you see how as Nyla come and she starts smiling.
Smile. It's true. So like throughout high school, right? Like as words
Yes,
started getting around and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
what was your school life like in terms of like studying and stuff like that?
Hello. The word in studying was not in my was not in my book. I did not know what it was studying, and my grades were poor. But before I get to that, no. So living at home now, I used to have so I now became a ward of the I now became a ward of the state, but placed with relatives. So I was actually be responsible by the government. So every month I could stipend might come in, sometime it late and all of that. Mosquito. Yeah, so with all of that now, then when everything starts crumbling down on me now, where I started feeling pressure, it's like at home now.
Mhm.
When it comes to verbal abuse, it's like I was not accustomed to be told negative things, you know? And but looking back now, I don't think they knew how to handle the situation and what to say and what not to say. Or I don't know if I was a burden, so to speak, because at some point I felt as if I was being blamed for what had happened. Remember, now, I'm just a child.
Mhm.
So to be feeling that way, I started feeling as if I was no good, I was nothing, I was worth nothing. It get to the point where I started contemplating about suicide. And I think, which is going to be the best way to take my life out? And I sat and I think about it over and over. But there's one thing that kept me. If I should do this, what is going to happen to my brother?
Yeah.
So my brother was my motivation. I said, despite everything, I can't leave him. I can't leave him alone.
Mhm.
That's
So
good. I'm glad you had your brother as like that point that could like keep you on track to where whenever you felt that low, he was there to like pull you out to say, you know what? You look at him at that like he was your main focus to say, you know what, I got to do this for him. So that's
because
good.
at that time, no, and I now looking back, mm-mm, everything in cry. If you walk and blow upon him too hard in cry, if you go water wet him in cry. But then again, looking back at it now, I realized that he had no choice.
Yeah.
No, he had no choice. And so he was like my motivator. So I will fight for him. If there's trouble, I will fight for him because I live in an extended family now. Other cousins are there and they'll be provoked and I will fight for him because in cry, they'll pick on him. And then if I stand up for him, I am in trouble.
Oh wow.
And yes. So it was not easiest of life. And I can recall one time when social worker came to check on us, he was asking me some questions and I told some lies. Mark, you do not tell lies. Speak the truth and speak it ever. But
Mhm.
I lied. And the reason I lied is if I spoken the truth at that time, is a possibility that I would have been pulled away from the home and placed elsewhere.
Yeah.
And in my mind at that time, I was thinking that nobody wants me.
Mm-mm.
So that's where my thinking was at that time. Nobody wants me. So why go somewhere else where so I lied.
Mm-mm.
I lied. Because going to school was like my safe haven. I never liked it at home. And let me backtrack a little. 1997, I went to spend summer there. And when my mother came for me, I said to her, Mommy, I don't want to come back.
Mm.
Let's just say, I made the adults. Next year, yeah, come back here. Yes, it's true. She right, it's true. Me did go back.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Me did go back for 2 months. And
Mhm.
straight patois, me did go back.
You were right back.
Right back there. Honestly, I didn't like it there. I didn't like it there. And I experienced a lot of verbal abuse. Being told things that I don't think I should have been told. Because if you have a disagreement with my mother, that's your business. I'm a child. So that
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
yeah, not because you don't like her and get along, you're going to take it out on me. So when you want to go tell me that you did not like my mother, and then when I see certain things happen now, I'm going to see. I said to myself, so because you did not like my mother, is this the reason why I feel as if you are treating me this way?
Yeah.
You know, and go through it a lot. It's like sometimes I wonder if anything I do will be good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that from time to time.
Mm.
So
Chrissy, fix your face.
I know this. No, this is my crying face. Remember, I was telling you that.
Fix your face.
you know,
I'm
like a
surprised.
baby when a baby ready for get ready for cry.
I'm surprised mommy hasn't messaged me yet because she normally messages me and she's like, Christina, fix your face. But it's true, it's true. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, um, so all that now. So it started. So it started to the point now. I started feeling as if I was a black sheep.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I started to get that feeling because there are sometimes in an example, I might ask for something and I don't get it. But if one of my cousins go and ask for it, they will get it. And so I started looking at those things and say, I'm not loved. I don't feel as if I belong here, as if I'm wanted.
Yeah.
Yes. So then my self-esteem got very, very, very low. Low is like dig a hole and bury it. That's all low it was. Everybody know, we call it, Jamaica, we call it pig's hog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hog can't hold up their head. And every walk, and then give them a look. And that's how I
Yeah.
used to work. That's how I used to operate. You will never ever get me walk and to hold my head up. Never. It's always in the ground when I'm walking. And I started to have an imaginary friend. So I started talking to myself. So anything I'm doing, you just see my mouth moving, I know say I'm talking to myself. It became an habit. Even when I'm walking on the road, it was obvious. And some person might say to me, say, my girl, stop talking to yourself. I'm mad.
Mm-mm.
But I'm not that mad, but yeah, at time I didn't feel comfortable talking to anybody. And when I try to express myself or to say something, it's always been used against me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
Even
like
when I'm
people were
even
always
even
judging.
when I'm right, it was used against me. So that level of thing I started keeping everything. So almost every night I used to cry before I sleep. Almost every single
Wow.
night I used to cry.
And I mean, I can understand how that felt. I mean, it's tough, man.
It was rough. It was.
Did the
And
situation ever change at that location where you were at? Did the situation ever change at all?
yes, when I left.
Okay. You see, this is why I like Nyla, because she has this thing about her where she
Straight up.
doesn't and she knows how to, like, regardless of what happened, she knows how to, like, talking about it now, she knows how to make light of that
Yes.
situation. So that's good.
That's
Mhm. So growing up then, when it comes to my high school life, there is not much for me to remember about it. There's not much because that's one part of my life. And for years, I tried to block it out.
Yeah.
I tried to block it out. Isaiah, I tried to block it out. Arcadia, so going back now, at one point, I remember that was a Sunday afternoon. I was asked to fry some dumplings. No, Mark, I don't eat fried dumplings. So in my mind, I'm saying that Why am I being asked to fry dumpling when me not eat fried dumpling?
Right?
So anyway now, so I really country me go live. And we live off the main road, so we call it a bush, you know? And we used to wash plate on the outside. So now we have a piece of zinc and some sticks that were built up. But the zinc was not nailed down.
Mm-hmm.
They were not nailed, it was not nailed down on the thing. So I went out I think I went for something outside, and some plates and some ceramic cups were put down, and a big pot was on the zinc. I did not remember that if I leave the pot, that zinc is going to flip. And
Yeah.
when I leave that, when I leave that zinc, it flip and some cups break. Lord of mercy. I
Disaster.
wish,
Problem.
I wish the ground could have opened and taken me in same time. So I went on the inside and I told them that the cups were broken.
Mm-mm.
Just right there. I've been coming here one fried dumpling them and
Wow.
give it to me. And then something was said that broke me. From there coming your crosses. And that right there and then I broke down in tears. I could not subdue it. I just let it out. And even though sometimes I remember that statement, I just try not to let negative
Mm-hmm.
be a part of my life anymore. Say I've been there past that, move on.
Yeah.
But that statement broke me. And when a child lives with ridicule, they become shy and
That's true.
withdrawn.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
true.
And I went through all of that.
Mm.
I went through all of that. And there and then, one night I was in my room and I heard him talking. With a girl there, she not want to look me good. She want to be so ungrateful. And I cried that night when I went to bed and I said, God, I must prove them wrong.
Yep. Yep.
I did not know how it was gonna happen, but it will have happened. And I'm here. A living testimony. I did prove them wrong. To God be the glory. I
Yep.
know anything to boast about. But this is tell that when God has a mark on you, there
Mm-hmm.
is no demons and nothing from the pit of hell can stop purpose.
That is true.
Purpose never
Exactly.
dies.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Never.
That's
And
true.
it was rough. Excuse me. It was rough. Very, very rough. And there were come times where money was an issue in terms of there was no money at times. So you know that sometimes dinner we had to farm. So you see, I dig the dasheen and the banana and probably have a little cooking oil and or the chicken back fat you fry to get the oil from it with some
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
whatever you can find and to cook it up to eat. And that's you don't have no choice but to eat because that is what was there.
Yeah.
But for that still I never complained. I just had to I appreciate that because at least from an early age I learned how to be content. I
Mm-hmm.
learned how to be content from an early age. And despite I didn't have money was not there like that. I didn't beg and I didn't borrow.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I have, I use it. If I don't have it, I just do without.
Yeah.
So most time going to school, I did not have any lunch. And I
Mm.
live near school, so I would get a lunch pass from the principal, signed by the principal, go to the gate man, give him it, and then I would come down for lunch. And when I go down for lunch, sometimes there's nothing to eat more than a slice of bread, get some water, and we have a big lime tree on the back. I get two lime, one lime, cut that squeeze that there's no sugar. So I squeeze the lime in the water and I drink that and drink it with my bread. I'm going back to school.
Wow.
Yes. And then time, between grade 7 and grade 9, my lunch money was $30.
Mm.
You
Mm-mm.
know,
$30 not enough money.
That's true.
That's a little kitty for money.
little tip of money for big high school. But guess what? I never complain. That's what I got. I mean, at that time, I think patty was about $20. And you had the paper box drinks, you could call it skettle box
Oh
drink them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I one of that. And you beat that for lunch. Or sometimes that $20. One coconut biscuit and one box or a box juice or something. And that was it. I never complained about that. And then going at that time I used to go to church. So my church, I used to go and clean church. So I used to get for a small stipend, $800 per month. When I used to clean church, I used to get that. And out of that, I have to ensure that I bought my toiletries, anything I need to
Yeah.
use. I will buy and then again I have to save at least a week's lunch money out of that. And I did just that. And I never complained. So from early, I know how to take $100 and it is stretch.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yes. So I can just smile. Oh. There's nothing more I can do but smile. Because to God be the glory, great things He had done. And
Man.
even through that, going to school, I used to love school. The reason is, as I said before, was my safe
Yeah.
school was like my safe haven. So even when I am sick, I still go to school. I will go to school and put my head on the desk and sleep the entire day. And when to go back home, walk one. And anybody who knows me, I like to walk. Anybody who's close to me will know this. I love to walk. And I walk very fast. So when I'm walking one, you must know say,
But
I never know.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
never
not
know.
anxious to reach
Yes,
home.
right.
And then, and through that experience though, one of my mother's sister, she was living there, and they were very close. I mean, close. You're not seeing one without the other. And
Yeah.
when they're going to their parties and everything, it's always the two of them. And I looked up to her because when I went there, she was the only one that I was comfortable with because I knew her from before.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned out that, geez, I never, something that she did me and some lies that she told on me, I never expect her to do so.
Yeah.
And she was the one who made the me say, "Me not come out with nothing good."
That's oh,
Yeah, so that was kind of cruel. It was kind of cruel, but purpose never dies.
right. Right on time.
People,
So
you see,
At that time.
from a younger age, people always they're like, when life give you lemons, you make your lemonade. Life gave you a nice little lime tree, and you get your little water, you make your limeade without the
You
sugar,
say,
fat free,
you me
fat
say, though,
free,
I
fat
know, you
free.
see, look at the little lime and water, I know me slim.
But people, it just show that whatever you have, you can make use of what you have. So even with Nyla, she mentioned that she had to stretch her dollar and make it work for her. It sometimes people, you may have a dollar, you may have $1,000, you can work it, you can make it work basically.
Mhm.
Don't feel down if you don't have it. And Manala, I gotta say, shout out to Patty. Patty are one of the best inventions in the world because you can eat a patty and it will you for the day.
Yeah, but no,
With
it's
And
one pat,
expensive.
no,
You
no,
can't get
no,
patty
yeah,
for
no, it's
$20
expensive. At
anymore.
230,
What's
two hundred and
you me
thirty
say,
for a
expensive?
though,
patty now.
Expensive. But anyway, we're not talking about patty tonight. So
that's,
Yeah,
that's
you love
fine, man,
patty.
that's fine. That's
but we're
fine.
not gonna start crave patty. Because
I
I
don't,
cannot have it.
we don't want him more, Chrissy. We don't want him more.
Exactly. Alright.
Just see the baby mark with tasty on it belly or back.
Right?
Yeah.
So with everything that that they were saying, like the verbal abuse, did you ever
Mhm.
develop like any type of anger problem or any resentment?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. But my anger is did not show until I was in my early 20s. That's when it started. When I have to start to figure out life for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when it started. So it's like most time I had to say, I would say, if I say hey to me, I don't stop to think, I just say B. If I say C, I say D. And then most I realized that I had to stop and apologize when I'm through. So I say, no, Nyla, you can't continue so.
Yeah.
You need to, you need to think before you speak. So I started working over the years. I started working on that, and eventually getting angry. Oh, I soon to, oh, the anger stories are coming. I would tell you about anger. The anger stories is coming
Oh,
now.
yes, funny. It's your story. Tell it how you want to tell it.
Yes.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So let me go back to high school now. So go through that now. Reach up to grade 11, and this is where I met my role model in grade 11, and she's in the chat. You can pull up her name, Kisha Faye-Gooden. You might see K Faye-Good. Yes.
Oh, that's her.
Yes, my high school teacher, okay, my mentor. Yes. And it's because of her I knew that there's hope. Because of her, I've learned how to make eye contact when speaking with persons. So even when I did not know how to smile, she literally would teach. At the time, she taught me how to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's my face used to look like it dipped in the lime juice. It baptized the lime juice and dipped in the starch. Always make up like over Saint Thomas when rain go fall. Anybody know who know Montreal's? When you want the rain to come, you look over Saint Thomas side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my face always. There's no smile. I did not know what it meant to smile.
Mm-mm.
I did not know. I did not know what it meant to smile. Am
So,
I still here?
oh yeah, you're still alive. So,
Okay.
so definitely Keisha Faye Gooden Johnson. Want to say shout out to her definitely for showing up when she did, right? For showing up, teaching you so that you can just keep your head up no matter what. Because people, whatever situation you're going through, sometimes that's the key. Don't, and as you said before as well with the hug, and I keep your head down. You just when you overcome your situation, you talk, you maintain the eye contact, you keep your head up no matter what. Now, oh, you come back.
Yes, I am back.
No, we never gone away. Well, me
I
never
was, I
gone.
was just I was just checking.
Chrissy was here. Chrissy was here. Chrissy leave, but me is still there.
Okay, okay,
But me don't know if I operate everything. I mean, I just accidentally look something.
Sorry.
okay.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, so at that time, she took me under her wing. So like and she lived near school. So sometime when it's lunchtime or after school, go by her house, and she would take things from me at school and stuff like that. And I can remember it was my 16th birthday, and I still have my little puppy that she gave me, my stuffed doll. I still have it wrapped up clean and nice, just the same, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And when she gave it to me, she said to me that I think it was my English teacher, Mrs. Stevenson. You're retired, but big up yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
she said that Mrs. Steen said to her to told me that if I want to get out of my situation, education is the way out.
Yeah.
That was February in same it was February, the same year I was going to do CXE. and CXC was like in May. So I started studying for the first in February. Yes.
Oh.
And I did well. CXC I did 5. I passed all 5. So, but studying, I didn't mention earlier, studying was not my thing because I thought I was not brilliant. I thought I was nothing. I thought I was just, I took up space. I'm normally ask God, what may I live for? Why am I living? What is my purpose? Me no purpose. So take me out. That's where my thinking was at the time. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't know who I was. If you asked me what I wanted to become, I could not give a straight answer because I was doing agriculture in school. I'm still love agri. Anybody know me well? Knows me love bush. I know the bush and the food there, go find them. Just send Nyla. No problem. No matter how high the grass the grasses are, I'm going through. And I did agri in high school. And the reason I did agri, the main reason was it was a practical subject in which you did not have to spend money out of your pocket as a student.
Oh.
And because I know of my situation at home that if I've chosen something else that concerns money, I would not be able to get some of the things that will be needed because I know how the financial aspect of it was at home.
At home, yeah.
So I choose agri. And then I got to love agri. So I know how to kill chicken. I know how to pluck chicken. I know how to plant things. So I'm very handy. I can do almost about every little thing for myself. And once I can do it, I'll go ahead and do it. And when I went home and told them that I chose agri, I was laughed at. I was mocked. And so the next door was a pig farm was next door. And they told me that it's in a pig farm. It's in a pig pen I'm going to work. And that again had my low self-esteem. It crushed me. But right now, if you have a pig pen and you want me to wash it, just call me. I have no problem doing it.
Right.
Yeah, because I have no issue, you know. Because when it comes to anything and using my hands to do anything, I love to use my hands. So to wash, to make things, pull down things, fix things, that's me. Yes, and you know, throughout that entire time, I'm going to backtrack a little. Throughout the entire time, my godmother, Mrs. Ina Spalding, she from time to time, she and her family, they will come in to visit me from time to time, you know, and to call to ensure that I was okay and stuff like that. But one thing that it crushed me wicked. Nobody from my father's side of family ever contact with me. None. I remember now where I was living, I live around my father's relatives. They are all that I knew at the time. I want to move from the environment now and to go somewhere else, and none of them during that time ever made not even one phone call to ask Nyla, how are you doing?
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you, even though I'm probably actually emotional about it, but it crushed me. It hurt me at the time, you know. And it was, I think, the first time, probably 7 years after contact was made. 7 years after, and it was one of my father's sister from abroad, who I don't know how she got a number, whatever, but she did. And you know why it hurt me too? When I got into 18, going up now, being a young adult, and I started to go around them and, you know, try to mend the broken fence and broken fences. And I start asking questions. I was shut down. because their responses were, we did not know where you were. I mean, I said, take me for idiot.
Mm.
Because if strangers can know
Where, yeah.
where I was and find me, why couldn't you do the same? And saying all of that, there was this program, I think it was RJRR, I don't remember which radio station, but it was every Sunday afternoon where persons would call in to say they can't find this one, they can't find that, everybody know where the one is.
Yeah.
Yes, and I used Sunday Contact was the program. And almost every Sunday when my grandfather's radio was on, I would sit and listen to that program just to hear if my name would be called.
Oh, wow.
Just
Oh, wow. It
any
was a,
question?
it was a lot. It was a lot that you had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it was a lot. And trust me, I believe that if people are interested in finding out about someone, there are ways and means to find out. There are ways and means to find out about them. To be
Yes,
honest,
Angela. Sunday Contact with Ralston Mackenzie. Yes, that's the
That was
program.
it. So,
take us back to no, not back to, but on a typical May 19th, right?
Mm-hmm.
like when it's coming up to the anniversary.
Yeah, to that day, like of every
No,
year.
but no, ask a question there yet. Wait till this when you ask a question there.
You know, I cry. Here
Ask
we
a
go.
question there
Here,
yet.
come back to that one
All
at the
right,
end.
we're coming back
Yes,
to
we
that
can
one.
come back
We're
to that
coming back
one.
to that one.
Yes.
Have you ever been experiencing any type of nightmares in insomnia from
Yeah,
the
like
whole event? Like at times you just see that same image
I
replaying
can't
in your
sleep.
head. Like how do you handle that?
You know, I experienced nightmares, but it was not of my parents.
Okay.
I experienced based on what I was facing at home at the time. And that traveled with me straight up until adulthood.
Mm. So, like, so the event, like, it didn't really affect you, like, in terms of like having nightmares or anything like that. So that's good.
So tell no, we're going to go on to a bit like jump in the love kind of love segment.
Hold
So
on, let me finish up high school first, and then
yeah.
I get back to you. So after reach grade 11, now I did my CXC, passed them. I did not know what I wanted to become. So I didn't do mathematics. So I repeated grade 11. I repeat I repeated grade 11 to do math. I think I did POB and literature. So I did 3 subjects and I repeated. Yes. So one day now I wanted advice how to find something, a career or something for me to do. I was not sure what I wanted to do, and I was talking to Mrs. Gooden at the time. Now she's married near Mrs. Johnson. And we were talking, and I said, "Okay, let's just go to the guidance counselor together." And she took me to the guidance counselor. Man, I bet I'm never going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
When the lady finished with me in the office, I came out crying. Remember, now, I went to ask for advice. She shut me down, wicked man. And I think Miss Good stepped in and can I put her in her place? Yeah, Miss Good, big up yourself for that.
It's good to fight for you.
And
Yes,
it's always good to have that person that can
exactly,
encourage you
exactly,
and be there
exactly.
to stand up for you, because sometimes when you don't have that person and as a child,
Yeah, you need at
it
least one person.
At least one.
Yeah, at least one person that can say, you know what, you can become somebody. Even if everybody say you're not going to amount to anything, you need at least one somebody can say, no, you're going to be great, or you're going to overcome this, or somebody that's basically in your corner.
Yeah, and you were saying that about the guidance counselor. I've been ridiculed by teachers 3 times in high school where I felt as if I was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I can recall in grade 7, and let me declare myself, I did something and I was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I told you that studying was not my thing.
Yeah.
So went to class, it's test time. And me never study. And he said, I've got cheat. So anyway, while cheating, somebody informed on me. Say no, say big fat zero that, which I deserve it. I'm wrong. I should have done that. I'm wrong. But what hurt me the most is that the teacher told the students in the class to tell everybody to watch their bags because I'm a thief.
That's wow.
Yeah, that's
That's not
messed up.
right.
That's
Yeah,
messed up.
so that really kind of cut me up. And then I recall when I repeated grade 11, I used to sleep a lot in class. Because sometimes going to school, I was just physically tired. I was physically tired, so I would sleep a lot in class. And I recall I was sleeping in the teacher class. And my teacher at the time, he made a remark. And his remark was, you must know what you do at night time till you come to class at 6 every morning.
Hmm.
That was his remark. And it's like, within myself, it's like I was saying, you would even know me go through my yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So sometimes we must not be quick to judge. And even with me being a teacher now, it has helped me not to judge anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see a child behave in a particular way, something's happening behind the scene while the child is reacting or behaving the way that they are behaving. Mark you, I don't always get it right. But
Yeah.
anyway I want to be treated, I try to treat person the same way.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I adopt that principle. And right now I can tell you that anywhere I go, and you see, if I should go somewhere and see a set of children here and some adults over there, anybody can tell you I'm going to where children are.
Mm-hmm.
So I have friends, I have little friends. Everywhere I go, I meet the little one. And they only want to spot me from a distance. And that's just about it. So I try to treat children with respect and with love. So what I find that children always want to be in my company.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So let me ask you, right? So like as it relates to because I saw a comment earlier, like with a question, like so as it relates to like where this is it. How is it living in the house right now? So like are you living in the same house that your mom had passed in or
Oh, that's from Delany. No,
yeah.
it's not the same house, but the same. It's not the same house, but the same yard. So since that question is asked, I'm going to tell you how I came back here to live.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Yes. So after I finished high school, now I was in high school. At the time, I was roaming the corridor, and I saw applications on the notice board for college, and I got one, and I applied. Got through to college. I failed English, and I went in, did the receipt. No, I was home. Did not know where money was going to come from. I don't know anything, but for some reason I was calm about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can recall if my grand uncle came to the house and said to me, say, "Yeah, right." I said, "Yeah, mom, a good man." And my grandmother said, "Good, good. Right now she figure out college and there's no money or whatever." And even though she beat up herself, it didn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the following week, and this is how God works. The following week, Mr. Ines Pauline, not stop calling me for tonight. Big up yourself again, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Pauline called me and said, "Do you want to go to college?" I said, yes. She said, do you really, really want to go to college?
Mm.
And I said, yes. It was a Monday. By the Wednesday, she came down to where I was, took my measurement for my uniforms to be made. And things started to put in place. And I think she told me that my uniform were made by Mr. Spencer. Spencer's tailoring, that gentleman, yeah, he died now. Because my mom used to work there. She used to work there. So he was the one who made my uniforms free of cost, you
Mm.
know? And things started put into place and put into place. And I went into college. And I tell you, I went to 3 years, did my diploma and sponsorship. I did not have to repay one red cent. All I had to do was to say thank you. That's all I had to do.
Mm.
And even through college, it was not easy. Me say, if they were not serving meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, me I tell a boy, me know me not cope enough. Hungry not kill me.
So you,
You know?
you didn't move back like after during college or after?
No, I was still traveling from where I was to college and going back and forth.
Oh,
So
okay.
like every other weekend now I used to go home. And
Oh,
then I used to go home every other weekend because, as I said, I was thinking in my mind, there's no money, so I'm not going to try to go home every weekend. I'm trying to
Yeah,
save,
that's
to
true.
save them. So one weekend I went home now, cousin, for me no know. You never saw come every weekend. And sir, I say, okay, since you want it, so since so you get it. So I just start come every weekend. And then one day I'm here, boy, you got start coming every weekend because I'm one day, even to myself, no? I'm not gonna repeat what I say. I say yes. In clean words, I say yes, man. So I started coming home every other weekend and I started get like $500. No, remember no? All of that 5 bills. Bus fare have to pay to go
yeah.
and bus fare to come back. So when I know, I think I was left with a hundred and something dollars that I can spend. So I have to remember to put on my bus fare out of that to go back home. And because I was so small in body, and there was a school nearby that wore the same color uniform that I was wearing, they took the busmen at the time, some of the conductors think I was a teenager. So they charged me.
Like the
Mm-mm.
child, look how that work in your favor, eh?
Ah, extra extra money there someone me get this so can spend extra. And throughout college, I had some good friends too, because they would say to me, Nyla, going to like on a weekend, they go down the road to buy dinner. And I said to them, I'm not coming because I don't have any money. And they said, Nyla, still come. And I tell you, when they go, Nyla, order what you want. And they are paying and they paid for it. So at the end of every step, God was prepared. God was placing persons there to help me to cross different bridges that were there. And how could I forget this? A lecturer at this college was from Mavis Bank. So she knew my mother. So now whenever I want anything, like I need money or so, I could always go to her and I would get it. And
Mm-hmm.
up to today's date, we still keep in contact, you
That's
know?
That's good, yeah.
Yes, check up on me now and to ensure that I'm okay and stuff like that. And you know, I went through college the first semester, first year, studying again. I don't know what I was studying.
Mm-mm.
So I did poorly. First semester I did very poor because I even failed a subject. I did poorly. And failing subject that means that I had to do the receipt. And here come Miss Pauline and family again, sitting, they pay for the receipt for me.
Mm.
And I did just that. And I was having an issue at school with a schoolmate, and I said to one of my aunt, we were talking. I said to her, "Sister, this is happening at school, and so and so and so." And she said, "Yeah, man. If you're having an issue and it's still going on, go to the principal and make a report." I'm saying, "Okay, cool." Because for one morning, I would check my email address. I get one email from somebody stating that they sent me their school a fight over man. I said, huh? I'm like to the email. So I called all my classmates and said, "Come here, man, come here, come read this." Say, "But it's Nyla, when that?" I said, "I don't know." And I respond to the person and said to the person, "So whoever telling you this, tell them do not spread any propaganda upon me." Just like that. And so I go home now. And over here, my grandmother talked to my grandfather, overheard them talking. And the remark was, before they want to go to school taking a lesson in their school, I fight over man. So I say, oh, so I start put the pieces together now. I spoke to my aunt about a situation. It don't have nothing to do with fight over man. And this lady went and twist my word and told such lie on me.
Wow.
And every time she says something about me, there's someone's story she twist. Poor me, man. But I endure, and looking back now, no, before I go there, Chris asked a question. How did I came to live here?
Yeah.
All right, no. So after I finished college, now I was home. I got a job opening, and I remember I sat at my back door and I write everything. I write, and while I was there, I was saying to myself, God, I need to go back. I need to get closure. This is where it has started, and it's where it must end. And even though I was having that conversation, I didn't even understand what I was saying at that time. So I did my application, my resume, everything, and I sent it in, and I got the job, and that's when I moved back here. But when I came back here first, I was living with my godmother, Mrs. Pauline, at the time, until I moved out at the time. No, coming back to live here, so no. It took me a while. It took me a while to go into the house, and even if I go in there, 5 minutes now catch me at the house there, because like going in there is like I seeing back everything that had taken place, and that memory. I mean, it's always going to be a part of me. It will never go away, but I don't want to remember that. So even now, sometime I go in there. Sometime I just go the away, call my brother, and just turn back. I have no interest in going there.
And I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
For me, I'd probably be feeling the same way that you're feeling too.
Yeah, it would be hard for real.
But coming, and then when I came back here now, was 2007. I came back here. Yes, 2007. I came back. It was still not smooth, because the first thing, before all of this, now when I was 13, there was a rumor going around that I had a baby. Yes, man. So phone call coming in, Nyla, how is your baby? He said, "Hey, baby, you talk about." So when I came back here to live now, so the first question everyone was asking me when they saw me, "How are you? How is the baby?" And I'm like, "Which baby?"
My God.
Because what person tend to say, because of my circumstance of what I experienced, they feel as if I should go down and not elevate. Yeah. So I think most people, they were not expecting me to become somebody.
Yep.
Yes, so to speak, somebody to be uplifted and going through. and being positive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the person tend to use, and then when person know about your past and they want to get at you, they will use it to mash you down.
That's true.
And I remember one morning I was going to work, and this man was sitting at the school gate, and he wanted to give the principal a message. So he was telling me, I'm gonna say, man, you one big man, you know, can't message yourself. That was message was rude. And he was like, a true man, they say a man have to kill man, they say a man have to kill man, and then go hang himself and go on. I me tell her, say, yo, every vein. I think my blood stopped at the moment. But when I look and saw my students coming and I could not answer them about,
Mm-mm.
You did
I
one
cried.
on time.
What?
But that's such a mean thing to say.
I
Like,
done I done me one done in the morning. But the students them save him.
yeah.
Yeah man. 'Cause if they were not there, man, I tell you the honest truth. I answer him proper the morning. So I had to go through that, and then I have an instance. This is the way I knew I have an anger issue now. I knew before, but the playhouse right here. I was at my home one day, and this lady came by, and something happened where they exchanged words, but she was more in a cursing mode, and I was there laughing, smiling through everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if I'm smiling, go irritate her or something, and the woman go say, "I true your mother a thief. That's why your father killed her in my own yard." And me can tell you, say, when me look around, I'm in a big stone, and the only thing me see are the map stick. And when, and when I grab the mop stick and run down upon her, we put it across her face. Somebody wasn't saying, they said, Nyla, no.
Mm-mm.
And probably now I would have a criminal record. Or probably now I would not be here to share my story.
Yeah.
Because, and that taught me, say, yo, see that incident, let me became afraid of myself in the sense of my anger.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took less than a second. I remember I was laughing and smiling there, you know.
Yeah.
And it took less than a second for me to get that angry. And I tell myself, say, me no want to say that again at all. Me no want to see it again. Because it wasn't nice. You
You,
know? And
you
so
know what
what I
it
had
goes
to
to
learn
show too? I'm sorry, go ahead.
what I had to learn to do now is try to put it under control. And when I'm angry back then, I used to throw things. So anything I catch,
You
I throw
throw.
from his cell phones into the wall, just anything, my watches, just throw things, you know.
Mhm.
But that has been years ago. Still, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is too? I don't understand how people can be so insensitive. You know, because your that happened and it's just to me it's just weird how as opposed to people trying to like lift you up and stuff they always like that guy that says that's why man I say what him say no man what him say like
Oh,
there's a guy that get
Woman.
yeah
they say man, if you kill woman, they
yeah
end himself.
that was so insensitive to say like because I mean come on just be nice.
Yeah, I face other things too. Person make those remarks, and some of them just ignore them.
Yeah.
And one person said to her, say, at least me no cross, you know. So I've been through that,
Yeah.
I'm not
and
gonna be
then
like Chrissy and be a soft, but some people really did deserve the mapstick. Some people really deserve it. Probably not cross them face, but come in a year yard. That are the next thing to come in them deserve a mapstick.
Not
yeah,
too clean,
me
okay?
say,
But they think they're gonna say something else. So you grab.
Well,
But you know the song, grab your last song, come.
no sir.
anyone say that,
But
anyone say
nobody
that,
nothing be so bright.
yeah, and that incident, I was vexed for 1 week straight. No, no
Mm.
laughing from me for one. The way I was cut up about it, 1 week straight. no laughing, no smiling. Yeah. But something happened. And when I heard what happened, my heart came down and I smiled and said, thank you, Lord.
Mhm.
And that was it again. But even on person, I don't think person would do, they would dare try that again.
And
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Mhm. So tell us, right? Like, you did ask this question already
Which one?
about like what's it? What is
Oh,
it?
the love. I was gonna go on to love. You ready
I
for?
got it.
So tell us about finding love and being able to trust. How has that
Finding,
been?
finding love, Ray. Ah, so my brother is online. Andrew, big up yourself.
Andrew, big up. Coming out for Big Sis.
Yes. Finding love.
That's so good.
That journey. I love is a wide context. What type of love?
So in terms like having a relationship with someone, knowing that your parents had gone through that,
That situation.
right? So how has that affected your relationship, or do you think that affected your relationship? You building a relationship with anyone
Let
overall?
me, Chris.
Hmm.
Chris.
Hmm.
I know me single.
Lord Jesus.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh god. Just tell the people should not like something else, okay? Oh good.
Whew.
So Nyla said she's still single.
All
All right,
right.
now. So let me address that. I'm going to say I talk about now. It was a roller coaster ride.
Hmm.
After 3 months, I get tired and I walk away. You
Yeah.
know, get
Yeah.
tired and walk and then you have some person disrespectful say no, say that no count, say every step. And me not take no this from no man.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. So if it come there, you think they me step. And dictatorship, I don't work well with it. So me step. So because me love walk, me just keep on walking.
Hmm.
But no, I'm at a better place where that is concerned, more open. So
Yeah.
in terms of me in a relationship, by next 4 months, but July there, but you can ask me this again, and I will give you a direct answer.
All right.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
work in progress.
All right.
All right. That's so
And I
good.
see a question about like counseling. So we actually do have
No
that with
man,
us. We might ask
let's
that
touch
like
that,
close.
let's touch that yet. Let's touch counseling yet. Let's
Yeah,
touch
we're going to touch
counseling
on
yet.
that closer towards
Yes.
the end.
All right, no. So along my journey, being a teacher, I have met some persons along the journey, friends who became family,
Hmm.
friends who became Chantel, I see that Chantel, friends who became family. And when I could find myself to be loved by a person, it became a plus for me. And I see early on, at least one person in the chat who I recognize, because guys, you might be seeing a chat, but from my end, I'm not able to see a chat unless Chrissy puts it across the
Oh yeah,
screen.
that's true.
So
And
I can't
sometimes we
see,
delay. I'm
yes,
sorry.
so I can't see everything. But I pick up Kelia's name. Yeah, Kelia's like a big sis to me. And you have person like, when I want to start calling names because I don't want to get myself into trouble.
Yeah.
I do not want to leave out anybody's name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, but because I saw her name in the chat, that's why I make mention of it. But I met some persons in my life, they are like big sisters to me. They are family.
Hmm.
Friends that became family. And their doors are always open. I just want to say that I'm coming back for the weekend. And sometimes when I ask, where are you asking? Just say yeah, come, you know?
Mhm.
And for all of you guys, I really, 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 really appreciate you. I love you. And I tell them this every now and then. Probably they might say, Nella, you scratch your card now. Stop. No, no, me no. But me no mind. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause to feel loved and appreciated by others, I mean, it's as human, we are social beings and we like to feel as if we are appreciated and we are loved. And also, I will not leave out my brethren from church, my group from church, Liz, Nick, Bunks, Talina, Brits, Nikki, you name it. We have some good friends next door. Edith, big up yourself. We seen the chat early on. And I am going to get myself in trouble because I start calling names. And these are persons, the names I'm calling now, Zailia. So these are persons who live next door, basically, within my community. Yeah, so we are friends like that. And you know, when I'm around them, it's like we have this such unity. It is unexplainable. And if I should offend anybody or anybody offend me, it's on a vexation thing. No
Yeah.
vexation. We just talk it out. This was said, but I could say it, or and I would just write there and done. We deal with it, and it's been put behind. You know, if a big up anti even up the road too. Now left them out. I had neighbors also. So my neighbors they check for me. I mean, say my neighbors check for me. They do. If they don't see me for quite a while, they might pass them a call, or my phone a ring, or Nyla, you want dinner this evening?
Mhm.
So I said, no, mommy cook her. I said, yeah, it all depends, you know. So they really looked out for me, and I really, really appreciate it. Guys, if I tell you, you see watching this live, I appreciate each and every one of you. I see Mary is Pauline in the chat also, Mar. This is Mrs. Pauline's daughter. Yes, you guys stood by me when no one else did, you know, and I really appreciate it. And when I just came back here, you would not get me talk to any of my you will not get me to talk to any of my relatives by my father's side. I was same on road and I would just walk past them and drive past, don't even say hello. That's how upset I was. But you know, say forgiveness Forgiveness was not for them or what hurt me along the way, but forgiveness was for myself, for my peace of mind, you know. And I had to do that, put away ego, and push through that, and did such. And right now, when I come, I can sleep good.
Mhm. That's true. So like as it relates to oh you do that baby.
So if you were able to go back, right,
Yes.
and speak to both parents, is
Mm-hmm.
there something that you would have wanted to tell them?
Right, no, that come on there counseling part. No.
All right,
All
leave
right.
that
So
question there then.
Mm-mm,
But
she's answering.
you
go
want
ahead.
answer it now or you want us to?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I was gonna wait then until we get to the therapy part because we want to know how you even like what pushed you into seeking professional help in the first place.
All right, so my first time attempting, and I say attempting, seeking professional help was 2011 when I realized that my life it needs some change, you know? And I went to 2 sessions and I did not go back because I thought the lady didn't know what she was doing. What cannot? She was a professional, but I think she not come over here. So I'm gonna go back. And then Last year, last year, 2020, throughout all this COVID thing, 2020 became my perfect vision.
Yeah.
I I was traveling with some friends going down the country, and an incident, something happened in the vehicle, and regarding my parents, and they're talking. I get to the point where I think I just shut down on everybody, and I had my earbuds, and I was putting my earbuds and turn my music, and when we reach our destination, there for a few days, my friend should keep on checking them and say, yeah, okay, okay, to ensure that I was fine. And she and I we were having a discussion, and she said to me that, I remember these words, I am no professional, but I need to get help. And I looked into it, and it so happened that Mrs. Gooden Johnson, she was also there, and I called her and said, no, I'm coming up to your room. And I went up there with her, I know, where they're having a discussion. And she and I, because she's a Christian, and so when I want most like for Christian point of views and counseling from that aspect, I would talk to her to see things from the biblical and what God has in store, stuff like that. So she and I were having that discussion, and we were talking. And she told her, listen, I'm going to see counseling. And then she said, she has a friend who's also my teacher too from high school. And she said, talk to her. I said, no, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to somebody who I don't know, because there are things that I think I need to say, and I do not want to talk to anybody that I know.
This makes sense.
And push come to shove now, I came home and I was in September. I started Googling persons, counselors who live close within my proximity. And I found this lady and I went. But although I went the first time, there was something off. There was something off. You just not feel that connection. And then every time the second appointment to be set, something keep happening and it happened. I'm saying, no, I'm not going this though.
Yeah.
And the same person I was introduced to at first, my teacher, that Mrs. Johnson introduced me to. I have her number and I called her and said to her, I need a referral. Can you refer someone to me for counseling? And she said, okay, look into it. And she forgot. And I called her again and I reminded her. And she did just that. I can tell you that the counselor that I got was God sent.
Wow.
Although I was reliving everything in those sessions, I had to laugh in just as I'm laughing and giving joke now, it is same way in the sessions, no difference.
That's good.
And we went through, and then Nolan asked the question if there was any time that I had to, if I could go back, what I would have to say to my parents. No. Throughout everything, I was blaming my father for everything. I was blaming him for everything, because based on some experience that I faced, and I didn't talk about them, I was blaming him because I was saying that if you did not do that hack, I would not have fallen in such situations. You understand? And I had to pretend. They call it the open chair, so like an empty chair, and I had to pretend that he was sitting in that chair and speak to him, and I just could not. I couldn't. I didn't know how to. And then my counselor said to me that I'm going to give you for homework. Go and think about it, and write down everything that you would like to say to him. And I came home and I wrote 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 and I wrote. I got about 3 pages or such. And next session she said, did you do my homework? And I said, yes. I know, I'll go through together. And at that point, I had to learn how to empathize with him.
Mm-hmm.
So now going through that, I no longer blame him for what he did. Because the truth is, different circumstances push people to do certain things.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not making a, I am not making an excuse for what he did. I am not, but not everybody can under pressure.
Yeah,
And
mm-hmm.
that's true.
some of those things like I say, violence is the way out for them, and that's it, you know. And so basically, that's just about it. And I have a journal which I have a journal of which I carry, if which I carry, I write in. I was like, when it happened, I was like, dear dad, or and I'll write about my experiences.
That's good. So have you ever like considered writing a book?
Yeah, because I've seen it somewhere in the
In the chat,
comments
yeah.
about a book. And you love writing, you mentioned that too. So can we expect a book coming from Nyla?
But I will think about it. I will think
Yeah,
about it.
people should think about writing the
I will
book.
think about it. I
That's
know my friends are going to be in my skin too, so just as might as well just say yes.
that's fair enough. And probably it was one of your friends too
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
not
mentioned
mentioned
it.
it.
All right. So on to the question now.
Oh, back to that day.
Yes.
Back to that specific day.
And no, not the specific day, but whenever that day comes around.
Yeah, May 19th and May 20th.
Oh, May 20th, nobody know.
Oh my gosh. So,
All right, so May 19 and December. Christmas. I don't do well with those 2 months. Because my mommy was born on Boxing Day. So, whenever I come around that time, I'm going to say something and I take my time and talk. Say, oh, my father died, know him birthday.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so, and how me know too? I fast and see it too.
I know what the program or
No, I think it was a death certificate. I got to
oh
take it to go and copy it. I'm testing me to read it. Once to
oh
put on it, yes. So I'm put those on a read. But because my father was a person, he went on farm work, so he was not always home. So say I had that bond with my mother
yeah.
more than my father.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the month of May or December, sometimes I don't even think about it, but it just become a part of my life. At the time come, it just take time like more I'm going like a cocoon and just locked away from the world. Mother's Day, you wouldn't get me to go to church. Father's Day, you wouldn't get me to go to church. And last year, I went to church for both Sundays. Yes, I did. And my friends were like, whoa, Nana, you did it. And, you
Yeah.
can't really say, yeah, you're coming out and stuff like that. And for last December now, what I did, last December, yeah, I went out to some friends from next door. I went to went to an hotel for that period. And I remember my counselor said to me, as I was going, I said, I don't know if I want to go. She said, you need to start to create new memories. And I appreciate her for that because putting them into practice, it is helping.
Yeah.
No, what I'm learning, I'm going through now is like I have to affirmations. Affirmations are very important to me because there's a cocoon there. And if I should shut down, I will go into the cocoon and locked away. Because I no longer want to be in the cocoon. Even when I feel as if I want to go there, I put up my walls of affirmation
Yeah.
in front of the cocoon to know, guess what? To reach the cocoon, I have to go through those walls of affirmation. And when I do that, I know that neither way I go, turn back, man. Go back, so. Cocoon no feel one at all, you know? So
Yeah.
I try, whenever I feel I want to go down to that state, I'll give myself, okay, Nyla, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And when the 5 minutes up, go sorry, all right, Nyla, back to reality.
Yeah.
Yes, back to reality. And that's it. I know one day I was in my bathroom bathing. I'm start laugh. Me say proper laughing too no. And me a laugh, and me a laugh, and me a laugh. You think so me a smile in our conversation.
Yeah.
And me a laugh. I'm saying, God, I saw happiness is nice. Because, because I am experiencing a joy that I have not felt for so long. I remember no, they died when I was 11. And now I'm 34, but shh, come on look it. Yes. And I'm 34. So do the math now. That's 23 years.
Yeah.
23 years like living in a mental cage.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, and to finally burst out of that cage. Like that butterfly, freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, freedom, man.
Good.
That's good.
Yes. And honestly, looking back now, I don't think I would change anything of my past, because if I did not have those experiences, I could not be the person who I am today.
That's
I
true.
am still work in progress, but I do not care what anybody else want to say. I know where I stand and where I'm heading to, and I know that with God in the midst of everything, even when I don't feel as if I want to go on, I know how my day or whatever is going to happen. But Kevin doesn't have the song that says, at the end, when I feel the end of the road, Lord, carry me. Some say, God, even when I feel as if I can't go on, carry me.
Mm-hmm.
Because most time, honestly, this question is been asked many times, no matter how you do it. So now ask me, go ask God.
Mm-hmm.
Because from a physical perspective, I cannot tell you how, but God knows.
Yeah. That's true.
All I can say, and I realize with it myself, purpose never dies.
Yeah.
Purpose never dies. And once God has a mark on your life, no matter how far you run, there could have be a Jonah,
Mm-hmm.
he might get you back.
It's
That's
true.
true.
You
It's
know?
true.
And so I used to run from responsibilities, run from everything. But now I stop. Because me can't run. So I stop.
Mm-hmm.
I can't run anymore. So I just try to stop and endorse things. And when things happen to me now, I don't longer say, God, why? I now say, Lord, what is in this for me to learn? What
Yeah.
must I
Yeah.
do? So even though sometimes the human aspect of me might feel sad at first, when I stop to think back, I say, God, here I am. What next? So
Mm-hmm.
this is how I know I live my life. I've been baptized from I was 13, but guess what? We never really know what is Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know. And throughout all those years, I was struggling with my faith,
Yeah.
struggling, and I was not outspoken. So the fact that I can be on your show tonight and talking like this, I know that God has taken me from a mighty,
Yeah.
mighty long way. And the fact that I can be speaking is because healing is
Mm-hmm.
taking place.
That's true.
Yes.
And I'm not here for any sympathy. I'm just here to tell somebody, say, we're not dead, not that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. So tell us about, like, for those that ever doubted you, right? For those that ever said that, you know what, you were not going to amount to anything in life. All of those individuals that spoke negativity over your
Yes,
life,
yes.
what would be your message to those
Well,
individuals right now?
My message to them, to God be the glory, great things he has done.
Amen.
That's it. That's it. Nothing
Amen.
more. To God be the glory, great things he has done. And
yeah.
so forth. No, it's very hard for me to let go of God because he is my comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So when I feel as if nobody else is there, I know that I can say, God, just hug me. Give me a hug. I'm going to see God just hug me. Just give me that. Let me feel their arms around me.
Yeah.
Because when everything fails, God never
Yeah.
fails.
That's true.
Never,
That's true.
That's
never, never fails. And I'm just a testimony. I'm a living testimony, you know. So
definitely.
no matter what the circumstances are, no matter how things happen, do not blame your past. Use your past to live the present and to press on to the future. And I can say this because
That's true.
it's something I struggled with, but now I am embracing it and I'm loving it and I am pushing ahead. And this is just the beginning of my journey. But
Mm-hmm.
God knew that I had to go through my counseling sessions to be at this point to prepare me for what to come.
That's true.
Yes.
That's
So
true. That's definitely true.
no, I'm just in everything, I'm just content and humbled. It's simple.
Yeah. So wait, let's ask this one more question.
Yes.
This one, Mama.
As it relates to therapy, right? Because I know
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people they have some negative perceptions as it relates to therapy. Can you
Oh
tell us
yes.
about what you gained from therapy as it relates to your overall experience?
Yeah, and like what you would say to others who are like going through maybe the same situation or similar, like something, even
Or
something
going
totally
through
different.
anything, yeah.
Yeah. Like what would you tell them as it relates to like counseling based
All
on
right.
what you're going through?
First thing first, especially here in Jamaica, mental health is not a top priority.
Mm-hmm.
And person sees mental health as people eating out of the garbage bin and in church clothes are walking naked. But a lot of persons who are in clean clothes are suffering from mental health,
That's true.
right? And it's a pride. Is that what they call pride? Hey, if you ever follow the word there, you can bring self-destruction.
It's true.
And what I gain from therapy, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Right now, when my therapist said to me that this is the final session, I said, really? So this can't right, man. You know? But what I gain from it that I gain back confidence. And what in therapy, my therapist did not give me the answer. She asked me the questions and to pull the answer from out of me to see how I can go about to put these things into action. And I
That's
can remember I was saying to myself that, you know, I was saying to myself at one point, I'm doing this not because she tells me that this to be done, but I am doing it because I need it.
yeah.
I need a change in my life for too long, too long, too long. So I had to push ahead, and so I gained back my confidence. My self-esteem is up and running. I just try now to I use scripture to listen more and I try to speak less.
Yeah.
You know, because in everything I've used wisdom and understanding.
That's true.
I know. If you just keep on talking, yabbing, you're gonna miss the point.
Mm-hmm.
So this and I learned to forgive again because there are
Yeah.
certain things that I thought that I had dealt with. They were just swept under the carpet. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to lift the carpet, the full of dust and cobweb, and pull them out back and deal with it all over
Yeah.
again. I can recall even through one session that I had. After session end the following day, I had an anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I have that, when I function normal, and for the entire day was uneasy. But I know it was just a process I was going through, and I went through the process, and I'll do it again.
Mm-hmm.
As this the reality is that there's some things you would not be able to solve on your own. And
That's true.
these persons are trained in the area or to help you with your mental state to
Mm-hmm.
go. Why not?
Exactly.
That's true. I
Why
agree.
not?
I agree.
Why not? So I just want to encourage somebody today, no matter what you're going through, man, don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it, go for it.
That's true.
People will talk, you can't escape that because Christ himself was righteous
Yeah.
and he was accused of so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And yet still he went and he died on the cross for our sins. So who are we not to face chastisement? Are we going to allow every word that has spoken to break us? And every negative word we are going to answer and retaliate? The devil's a liar. Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
So and me, my maturity comes in through my experiences.
Mm-hmm. I say that's the key thing, you know. It's like she went through something so I don't know if I should say horrific, but what you went through, not many. Camille know me couldn't do it, but not a lot of us couldn't have dealt with what she has dealt with in the past, and
Yeah.
so to know that like you can freely talk about it tonight and encourage somebody to let them know that you know what I did this, I went to counseling, um I'm mature enough, I forgave this person, and I don't blame my dad, you know what I mean, like it's really good
It
that
shows
you're
a
in
growth.
this in exactly, it does show growth, and it trust me, it's you coming on here to share your story tonight, it definitely helped. You're such a blessing and an encouragement to me, and I know to a lot of people too that like is in the comment that I see commenting in the comment section. It's just amazing that you're able to overcome, like and talk
Yeah, that's
about
true.
what you went through.
Exactly.
And guys, you know that when we started these lives, basically we wanted to do something different, something that would have inspired, something that would have motivated through the stories presented. And tonight,
Hey Tracy.
which night again? February 28th, the last day in February. I am feeling empowered as I hope y'all are. Everyone that tuned in, we definitely appreciate you coming on to hear Nyla's story. A true display of strength in a
Definitely.
woman. I appreciate you, Nyla. I appreciate everyone that even stood by you. And me appreciate the one them who still did say something bad to you too. At the
Hey,
same
we love
time.
them because if they did not start them things, then man would be motivated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So I appreciate them too, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone that tuned in tonight, every single one. I can't even start calling names because I'll be in trouble too, Nyla. But to everyone that commented, we see all of the comments. We appreciate you all.
And so, Nyla, before you go, before we close off tonight, like, do you have any final thoughts, like anything that you want to say before you go?
My final thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Are you opening? Are you opening up the phone lines for tonight?
Well, maybe we should.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
oh, put the number.
Or maybe we should.
Anyone that wants to call to say anything to Nyla, no, it's that we opening the phone line for 5 minutes.
Wait. Hold on.
Or
Hold on.
5 minutes
Here's the
too
number.
short.
So the number is going across on the bottom of
On
the
the
screen.
bottom.
So if you guys, how
WhatsApp
dare
call.
we look at that? We wanted to end the live without doing this.
Right? So 475-313-8221 going across the screen, people. If you want to say something to Nyla, don't wait. Say no.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
definitely call. You can call on WhatsApp. You can call straight.
You can call straight or you can call on WhatsApp.
Yeah. So
whichever. And anyone that want to just throw something in the comments, just something that you want to say to Nyla, go ahead and put it up. Yeah. So Chrissy's gonna handle the putting up, and me handle the phone line if I figure out how to answer it.
Yeah. So if you guys want to comment and say anything, you can also comment it. And if you want to call, you can definitely call in. So the number is 475-313-8221. So Corey says, you're a strong young woman.
You will be okay.
I'm fine. I'm doing great because you see the fact that I was the one who reached out to you guys and say, I want to share.
Yeah.
That's some major inner strength, you know. So
that's true.
Yeah, man, life is good.
And perfect timing. Jay says, life are the greatest.
Life are the greatest.
And,
life is good. Oh, Stacy, that's my cousin.
Oh, hi, cuz. So she says, may God continue to bless and keep you, cuz. What did I say? This is snacks.
So woman for
strong.
Yeah, man, inner strength, you know.
And Veronica says,
yeah, love my cousin.
My cousin.
Hi, Veronique.
So people, no, you do something to the phone. When you come, man, don't be shy. Call. You can call in. So like, if you're able to call, it's 475-313-8221.
I think some people want to call, but they want to listen to it at the same time.
Oh, and you know.
So if they're using their phone, they want to like listen.
And it might be delayed for some people. Yeah, but call. You guys can call. Post it. We'll definitely read it.
Yeah, post it. We're gonna post it up so that Nyla can see as well. Keep going and stay firm.
This is Trey Vibes.
Tra Vibes.
Life with Casey said, I saw me feel more while. Oh, you see, it's her thing might be delayed. When Mother's Day come on December, the day my mother died. Oh. And so guys, I mean, like while we're waiting, like if you have anything that you want to share, you can always, like reach out to us. And let us know that you have a story that you want to share. And we can definitely, like schedule you guys.
Yeah, that's true. Because I can't say that everyone is perfect or that we all have everything under control. We all living a perfect life. Sometimes even myself, not perfect.
That's true. None of us are.
So.
And what I've learned is happiness comes from within.
Yeah, that's true.
Comes from within. And if you can't be happy for yourself, nobody is going to be happy
for you. That's true. So Sherilyn says, you are a wonderful girl.
Hi, Cher.
Veronica says, Nyla, your mom and I share the same birthday.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Charlene says, Nyla, this incident made a big gap with us. And it's sad we didn't reconnect until our grandma's funeral. Sorry you went through all of this, Opal. So
Love you,
Shoshana,
OP.
so Shoshana says, stay grounded in Christ, Nyla. I'm happy you touched on the topic of mental health being looked down on in Jamaica. Your story spoke volumes. May the good Lord continue to keep you. Blessings. Kadeen says, true.
All right, so everyone who made a comment tonight, I'm not able to see everything based on my screen here, but I will sure look back when I'm finished. I really appreciate it, and just ensure that no matter what you are going through, or if you know of somebody's situation, if I can give a helping and be kind, do such. And if you have children, if you're a parent or not, or you have children in a care, take time out to listen. The days you see here that you must be heard, you must be seen and not be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Then the days they're done.
Mm-hmm.
Children need to be heard also.
That's true.
Listen, because sometimes they are going through some issues, and because they're being pushed away, they become introverts. So they start keeping everything on the inside, and then when they start behaving in a particular way, you're wondering what is wrong, because different
Mm-hmm.
persons will react different ways.
Different
For
ways.
me,
That's true.
yeah, for me it was crying. And think about it, to me, and crying now. If I'm watching a movie, I cry. If somebody's hurt, I cry. When it comes to my own situation now, I don't cry, because for me, I see crying as a sign of weakness for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it now really get me cry to a certain extent. If you really, really see me cry about something, it have to deep for me cry like that.
That's true.
So yeah.
There's this one. Trey Vibe says, thanks for sharing and opening up to the world and giving people inspiration to pull themselves to be better.
And you know what too? And this is for each and everyone that is on the live tonight. Surround yourself with person who will push you.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Surround yourself with persons who will push you. If you are not going to make an impact in somebody's life, take away yourself.
That's
And
true.
if somebody is not making a positive impact in your life, tell them go on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Surround yourself with persons who will push. And I can tell you that the persons who I surround myself with, they're not left me behind. And I think some of them believe in me more than how I believe in myself.
Mm-hmm.
So now my new mandate is, if you're not function, you got to go.
That's true.
You got to go. I'm not time to carry no baggage.
Mm-mm.
No.
Them days are done.
Done.
Whoops.
So I want to big up Lloyd.
So he says, now with Christ in the vessel. Oh, she
Is a
says,
she.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So she says, Nyla, with Christ in the vessel, you can smile at the storm. I'm so proud of your perseverance. Self love is the greatest. Keep up the healing process. And Carlene says, may the Lord continue to strengthen you, because as a family, the Lord help us to ride out our storm.
All right, Carlene.
Little Miss Vixen says
Oh, I
100%.
think that's Tracy. That's one of my past students.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. And then Life with Casey said, purpose never die, for real. Like that message. All right, let's see. Darrell says, may the Lord continue to
Oh,
strengthen
that's
you.
one of my present students.
Oh, that's so cute. All right, so Shania K. All right, says, well, I'm saying this to say we are all going through our struggles. Sometimes all you need is a kind word and a conversation. You're a tower of strength, Nyla.
Blessings, Shanaki. Blessings.
All right.
All
All
right,
right, so
people.
before I go, I want to share a poem that I wrote. And this was what I wrote. I think was in my last sessions in counseling, and I named it Revitalized. It says, go like this. I was buried alive in my emotional. Lulu, let me go again. I was buried alive in my emotion of grief. Baggages took control of my life, of which I was no longer the chief. So many pain, guilt, agony, and living in despair, to the point where I think I could not be repaired. The anger, the hurt, the denial consumed me, gave off a fragrance of an unpleasant perfume. So battered, I asked myself the question, can my life be resumed? I thank God for my friend who told me that I need to get help. Not that I didn't know, but on me, I thought I could depend. Now I've started counseling, a process I'm going through without announcing. It is all about me and my well-being, what I need for my sanity, no fleeing. I am standing tall and taking the bull by the horn, wrestling, fighting for my peace of mind to be adorned. I, Nyla Louza, I am beautiful. I am smart. I am God unmade, a work of art. I have a purpose, fulfilling God's plan and not the circus. I am washed by the blood of the Lamb.
Wow, that's
That's beautiful.
powerful. I
That's
love that.
beautiful. I love
Oh
it.
my
I
Yes.
love
gosh,
it. I
that's
love it.
beautiful.
You know, have no more, can't you?
Sasa Nolan say, always want more, always.
I wish I had my book beside me now. I think the first poem I wrote, I can't remember the first two stanza was like, I go again. Just remember.
All right,
Ah,
so then my grandfather said, "What's an inspiration?" Um, my key point never die. Tamika says, "Stay strong, hon. Thanks for sharing and big up to the maze for this platform. It takes a strong person to open up and share like this. You open up my eyes to a lot. Blessings." Casey says, "You are a living testimony for real." Tia says, "Great to know you're overcoming your obstacles. Keep strong. I thought watching this would bring back unpleasant memories, but your healing brings me closure and joy." Oh, all right.
I
And
mean,
then,
I mean, I'm at the point now. You see that those memories are now a scar, right? It was a wound. No, it's not a scar. And what I have to do is to protect that scar, not to allow anything to come to dig it or to be
Yeah.
resurfaced, So what I'm doing now, I'm using coping skills to get me through. And I'm taking it a day
that's a
at
time.
a time.
That's good.
Oh, my first poem I wrote was, I think, go like this. Sometimes I feel so lonely. Sometimes I feel so blue. Sometimes I feel that no one cares about me, but I know my Jesus do. Yeah.
That's
That's the first answer I know of my head.
that's a good one.
You know?
He don't want you to know that it's mystery.
Oh, yeah, I know Miss Chin, man. Yeah, I know Miss Chin. I am Miss Chin.
All right. So, guys, we truly appreciate, Nyla, we appreciate you so much for coming on tonight
Yeah, definitely.
and for
Anytime,
sharing your
anytime,
story with us. And for everyone that
anytime.
tuned in, well, honestly and truly appreciate you guys tuning in, to listen to watch to Nyla's story as well. And on your way out, please make sure you like the live and then
Yes, please do.
also, yeah,
Subscribe.
and subscribe as well. You know what? Wait, because there's more comments that I really want to read. I'm sorry. So
No, go ahead,
I
man.
kind of
Go
have to
ahead, go
read
ahead,
these
go
before
ahead.
we go. Okay. So Miss Anderson says, "Sound words, Miss Louza. You are doing well."
Oh, that's my ex-co-worker. I am Miss Anderson.
And then
Oh, my teacher.
good night. So she said, "Niles,
Yeah.
you have come a long way, and I knew that you could make it. You would make it. As long as you continue to trust God, you'll be okay." That's true. All right. So I don't see anything else flying in, but that's it. Those are all the comments.
That
Guys,
you,
we really
that you should.
appreciate you. Nyla, we appreciate you a whole lot reaching out to us, coming on the platform, sharing your story, shows growth, and it was touching
It
for
was.
real.
It was really inspiring.
And I
And
hope
just
y'all
and
like
just and this story just a nutshell.
that.
Yeah,
So
so we
people,
know this
who
movie.
knows? You'll probably see her again.
That's true.
I
Yep.
don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. You know,
Good.
at one point, before I came on, I called my friend and said to her, "No, I'm getting nervous." So,
You
and
were?
then, no, I don't think it's really nervous is the right word to use, but you know, the little jittery, the thing there,
Yeah.
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 Not that I was going to back down from it. So, get cold feet, I put on socks.
So guys, um, we have big plans coming up for. Oh, and Friday is our anniversary, guys. March
Wow.
5th.
Oh yeah,
It
next
is our
Friday.
fifth year
March 5th.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Aww.
So can you can't believe me standing for almost. I'm joking. I'm
That's true.
joking.
That's what me
But
have to stand here too. We just have to stand each other.
but yeah, so I'm gonna have a second. It's the baby brain kicking in. Oh.
Big
So
plans for me.
on our next live we do have Shanice coming on. So you guys will definitely see the flyer dropping soon.
Yeah, from
And
Shani and Johnny.
Yes. And also we have our gender reveal coming up soon. So you guys be
Wow.
in for that.
Yeah, soon.
So we will let you guys
Team
know.
girl.
I'm
We
team
just
team.
want to say that.
I'm team girl or boy. It doesn't matter to me. But we will definitely let you guys know. When anything comes up, so you can tune in and stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Nyla, for
Thank you, Nyla.
coming on and sharing
You're
your story
welcome.
with us.
Oh, I'm for I go, Daniel. I was in here like you were saying when Nolan mentioned my name, you say, "Boy, it's gonna be a tough one." I said, "It's soft like cotton."
It's true, no, Danielle. I remember when she definitely did say it.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you for bringing that up, Nyla. We also have something else to give away from Danielle. So we're trying to find a good way to give it away. So you guys also stay tuned for that. We will keep you posted as it relates to look at this as it relates to that. But guys, that's it. I'm sorry, we could have talked all night. Because every time we say we're ending, something else always comes up. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Nyla, again.
Yeah,
and
we
please
appreciate
like
it.
live and make sure you subscribe.
And share it to who never got the chance to watch it tonight.
Definitely.
Yes, so that it can be an inspiration because that's what we're all about.
That's true. All right.
Definitely.
Thank you, Nyla. Good night.
Thank you guys.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Days in the maze from the start. No one can tear us apart. Say, John, my son, I love you. And that I come straight from the heart. Big up my wife, cause she have me everything. What's good, better, yeah, she's the best thing.